Hello, this is Truth versus Love, and today we'll talk about a controversial art display depicting a crucified Jesus Christ on a dartboard that was featured at Rutgers University in 2016. Why am I talking about this? Back 2 years ago, it caught my attention and I have never been able to get it out of my head. Because this was made to offend. It was one of an entire genre of art made to offend Christians, which itself is part of a wider genre of offensive art that is made to offend pretty much everybody. This particular piece of art, a display of a crucified Jesus on a dartboard with red darts placed to show where Jesus was nailed to the cross, that I found not anti-Christian, but one of the best pieces of modern Christian art that I have seen. Let me explain. First, I will read off several pieces of scripture just to get you to think about how Jesus was treated on his path to the cross. Matthew 26, 67 and 68. Then they spit in his face and beat him. Others slapped him and said, "Prophesy to us, Messiah. Who hit you?" Now, the Sanhedrin is mocking him and spitting in his face, and others are beating him. This is not the only time Jesus is mocked or abused on this last day. In Matthew 27 through 31, the governor's soldiers took Jesus into headquarters and gathered the whole company around him. They stripped him and dressed him in a scarlet robe. They twisted together a crown of thorns and put it on his head, and placed a reed in his right hand. And they knelt down before him and mocked him, saying, "Hail, King of the Jews!" Then they spat on him, took the reed, and kept hitting him on the head. When they had mocked him, they stripped him of the robe, put his clothes on him, and led him away to be crucified. Then we look at Matthew 27, it's Matthew 27, just one verse, 39. Those that passed by were yelling insults at him, shaking their heads, and saying, "The one who will demolish the sanctuary and rebuild it in 3 days, save yourself. If you are the Son of God, come down from the cross." In the same way, the chief priests with the scribes and elders mocked him and said, "He saved others, but he cannot save himself. He is the King of Israel. Let him come down now from the cross, and we will believe in him. He has put his trust in God. Let God rescue him now, if he wants him, for he said, I am God's son." In the same way, even the criminals who were crucified with him kept taunting him. Now, actually, I said that was one verse, but that's actually 39 through 44. Now, let's get back to the Dartboard Jesus. This is another form of mockery. Jesus being murdered by darts. Darts are not used to execute someone. They're used for enjoyment, for fun. This is an image of Jesus being murdered for fun. Look at what they called him, the Vetruvian Man. The Vetruvian Man by Leonardo da Vinci is often used as a symbol of the essential symmetry of the human body and by extension of the symmetry of the universe as a whole. So what the artist is saying is the symmetry of the universe as a whole is being mocked and sadistically tortured on the cross. Now, consider this. When I face art depicting a dartboard with darts on it, I am being invited to imagine myself throwing the darts. This placing of myself in the act of doing evil for my own entertainment is a vivid depiction of the Christian concept of sin. This is Christian art. I hope this was not a waste of your time. Have a happy Easter and a wonderful day.